past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
It's the score, Jets 28, Titans 0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
Good job, baby. Way to hold on to it.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And down he'll go at the 25. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down. Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass. And
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. This is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rashad Perriman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Good. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They set up the screen for Henry. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bless on Austin. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot?
That is into the hands of Perriman. Touchdown, Jets. Rashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 14-yard touchdown. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Jets 49, Titans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And down to the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll run it again with Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Titans are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
Prater lining up.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
By the Titans. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. A first down carry for Henry. Pushing his way through, and he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Titans 7.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
3-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
To Jonnu Smith. 1st and goal, Tennessee.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
Henry on the carry.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He coughed it up, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Well, there you go, from red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell, coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone and try and help them along the way.
And now set up here in terrific field position. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This game is all but over after that last fourth down stop. The only question left, will they play conservative and run the clock or try to pour some salt in the wound? That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to look deep down the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 84 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
13 yards. First down, Tennessee.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And right side, Henry's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And the Titans first down.
They'll drop the throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd and 2, Darnold. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to look deep for Perriman. He's got a man complete. The 20. 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Being chased out left. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss drive